TRLRT that are holding steady.
Oh, we ain't seen nothing yet, man.
So yeah, we
ain't seen nothing yet.
But Nigel, the thing is, what's key about that is this is what I call the false second spike. So we was going to wait. Look, the top doctor.
We're still in the first spike, mate. We're still in the first spike.
Exactly. So we're in the first fight. We're expecting another fight in the fall, as the Americans call it, in the autumn, early winter. And this is what the top guy and everybody else is saying is definitely coming. It's not if months or wait, maybe. So if we're opening up at this time, brother, and we're going to open up, and this is for us as well, rapidly, we're going to just have a gradual increase until the second thing, and then it's the second one always wipes people out anyway.
Well, the reason, because the thing is, you think about it, the reason I'm saying it's the first spike, if you think about it, it still hasn't gone through Africa, it still hasn't gone through South America. I mean, Brazil now.
Brazil's getting.
I mean, but they still haven't hit a peak, and that's what I'm saying. So if you think about it as a wave going across the world, this is the first wave going across the world. Think of a sea, and then, like you say, when they say, "Oh, it's all over now, open up," then the second wave will come, and that's when balls and skirts. So the thing is, though, you've got a choice. You either live in fear and just hope, you know what I mean, or you try and get on and do some kind of life to the best that you possibly can.
The problem with that is that everybody, like the scientific advice is that, look, we try and do as much we can do now to keep people safe, and obviously not let systems collapse. Try and find that balance up until there's a point where there's a really good thing that'll help you, like a medication that'll just help you recover, better, or an actual cure. And this vaccine, they're still saying, there's so many different projections. I've heard everything, people touting it as it's going to be as early as this year. Other people talking like it could be up to
18 months. Years. They're saying it.
I've heard up to 3 years from the guy that was.
I think what you'll find is that they'll probably skip straight to humans and miss out all the testing they do in between.
It'll be very, very little regulation. And then that brings the second problem that we've got. We've already got a low confidence in whatever the vaccine will be already. There's a lot of people saying, without knowing how good it is, in fact, having no knowledge of vaccines or even what goes into vaccines, I bet you'll know better than most, literally some of the stuff that does go into a vaccine.
Mate, I'm not willingly going to have the vaccine. I don't need the vaccine. I won't have the flu vaccine, or when I have to have. I don't need to have some. I don't need them to put something dead inside me at this age. It's like, but I'm not going to live forever.
I'm not anti-vaccine myself, to be honest, but I don't think I want one. But it's just.
I'm scared about this vaccine because A, it's going to get rushed out. B,
that's what
you've got companies fighting over who's going to get paid first. Now the problem with that is how many rules will they not follow through to make sure they're the first ones to get it to market. Now the other thing as well is it's all very well taking the vaccine now without any human tests over any time scale. Who's to say the side effects won't start hitting people in 18 months' time, and people start dropping with all these conditions, which, we didn't factor that in. We've sent people to war in Iraq, same with America, and they gave them shots to cope against some kind of desert illness. Some of them guys have completely messed up their health because of stuff which was given to them by the American military and the British military to help them in combat. It's actually left them in a worse state than if they was dead. So for me, it's like, Rush, we have nothing in mind about it. I'll go and live in Swaziland, mate, and have like one big acreage to myself where no one can bother me.
I'd rather take a reactionary measure. I'd rather take a reactionary measure than I'd rather take a
precautionary measure. Yeah, absolutely.
In this circumstance, I'd rather know that, listen, this vaccine's been on the market for a good few years and they've worked it out. Look what happens when a brand, even like an old Windows package or something come out on the PC. You used to wait until they got the glitches out, man, or a new, whatever it was. You think, man, I'll wait for 2.
Don't be the first one to get it, man. Anyone's ever bought a new mobile phone, don't be the first one. Go in there. Be a second or third phaser. After everyone's tested it, broke it, got all the bugs out of it, made sure it can't be hacked, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? If you're first to adopt, man, you're kind of asking for something, ain't you? The people I feel sorry for, though, I do feel sorry for people with young families because you guys have to make a decision. It's not like me. I got 2 big old, great old adult kids, so they can do what they like. I haven't got to make a choice for them, but my brother, Wayne as well, got young kids, decisions will have to get made because Wait, what are you staring at, man?
I'm going off grid. I already told you, man. I'm going off grid.
You look like you're looking at them 2 round breasts again, man. Your eyes are going big, man.
Hey, you see everybody? I can't see everybody.
You see his eyes?
I can.
Is it changing? It should be changing every time
I
someone talks.
I was on the changing one. I can see everybody now. Yo,
man, share the screen. Bloody hell, man.
It's shared.
All I can see is Nigel going around like a chicken. Like, yeah, man, he's everywhere, man. He's like trying to keep up with it.
All right. You know, let's talk to Myron a little bit now, man, because we've been talking and Myron's just kind of sitting there.
Sorry, bro. He's just been laughing, man. Laughing at us.
No, I'm just laughing. Yeah, I'm hearing you guys.
Hey, Myron, what's going on, man? Hey, Myron's like Myron's like an extraordinaire dancing
dancer.
Yeah, dancing queen. You know, like dancing, doing all this hip hop cool stuff. You know.
When are you doing this? Have you done your thing for the Bath Dance College yet?
Yeah, I did it Saturday.
How did it go, man?
Yeah, it was really good. I had like,
man, I can't believe it. You know, like when you see something on Facebook, yeah, I'm gonna watch that, and then you don't save it or anything. And
you should have watched. To be fair, it's still there, but obviously I'm not live.
Send me the link, man. Send me the link over.
I'll send you the link. It's on Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, so he's also a big fan of Beyonce, and I am. To me, he's the best dressed person in at least my family. Really? There's the argument that
that is a tough call, and yeah, Myron is stush when it comes to.
Hey, trust me,
Vanessa, man.
I walk out in a plastic bag every day. If you look at Myron, he's like, no, man.
I'd say Myron and Vanessa.
And he's also the second best looking person in the family after, of course, you know. Unfortunately, it has to be the second because I'm the one who's hosting, so I have to say I'm first, and then he's the second, followed by Nigel.
Hey. I'm one of the Silver Cavalier, mate. Is that right?
What?
No,
the silver.
Go Grey Fox. Go Grey Fox.
Is it Silver Fox?
Silver Fox.
Silver Cavalier.
You know.
You think you're some George Clooney or something? Some James Bond. Yeah. So, Myron, man, tell us a little bit about. I don't know where should we start, man. I mean, you've been dancing. How long have you been dancing for, man?
I started training in 2008. So
Wait there. Hold on. So wait there. Didn't you start dancing when you was little, so you could walk?
Not really. No.
I said something you picked up quite like.
Yeah, I was late. Like I didn't start until I was properly like with professional training when I was 18. I did like classes and stuff, but like
come off the wall.
I did like acting classes for like 2 years before that, and then I used to go to like classes, like some classes once a week at like Dance Exchange, you know, the Hippodrome.
Yeah.
But they weren't that great. They weren't that amazing. But yeah, I started like when I was really late. So I started properly when I was 18. So I've been dancing now for like, what year are we in? 2020. It's 12 years now. I've been dancing.
I
Wow.
mean, once you dedicate and set your mind on it.
30, man. I remember when I took Myron. I took Myron to Stoke, man, and him and Lewis was just walking around.
30? Wait, are you 30 already?
I'm 30 in August, yeah.
What? Him and Lewis was just running around staying at gals, man.
I used to love those trips, you know. Those trips were the ones.
It might sound strange, but like obviously Myron's kind of like a newcomer to the family because, like, say, me and Nigel, we knew each other when we was little. Then there was a huge gap, and then we kind of found each other again. But Myron was kind of the guy who just like, I don't know, just appeared from nowhere. Like, who's this guy?
Well, I met Myron when Myron was he 13 or 14?
I want to say 14, but maybe it was 13. 14.
Yeah. So what happened? Myron's mum and my mum bumped into each other in
by Toys R Us. No, by Toys R Us.
And obviously they had a common connection, which was Winton Oscar Birch. And Myron's mum got speaking. Oh, you know, I've got a son, and I was like, oh no, I just got a brother. So I just linked up, man, and that was it, man. I was like, yeah, come on, we're going to see my daughter.
Yeah, I loved it.
I used to pick him up and go up to Stoke. And, yeah, man, good times, man. Good times.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
That was years ago. That was like...
That's about 20 years ago almost.
16 years, man.
16 years, yeah, man.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah, because I met you, Nigel and Kevin first. And then I met But did I meet you Wayne next?
What about
Yeah,
Liam?
Vanessa,
Yeah, probably. We were the
Vanessa.
next one in line, innit? Probably.
Yeah, I met Leanne last, I think.
Everyone was come out of the woodwork, man.
Yeah. Oh, it was nice though.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. Then it all
And then
came to my wedding and that, man. It was
oh
awesome.
yeah,
Man.
that was 7
Wedding
years
was
ago,
heavy,
you
mate.
know.
So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yes,
Scary, man.
I'm still in there,
Scary.
man. Struggling
7
in that.
years, you know. Wow,
Boy.
wow.
In prison, man.
I think what it is as well is it's how time has flown, and you can't put a finger as to like, you know, how quickly it's gone. It's just like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Seems like yesterday, man, going to Germany, man.
That was amazing though. I loved that trip as well.
That was wicked, wasn't it? Wicked. One of my best times out of the country.
Yeah.
That includes Jamaica, Bali, everywhere, man, because it was so new. I didn't know what to expect, and it was completely different to what I was led to believe. So yeah, man, good times, man.
Yeah, we had to put on a show. Anyway, so basically, so you started dancing when you was 18, and then so how did you end up? You went to Lipa.
Yeah, I went to Lipa.
Which is basically like one of the biggest music. In fact, that was somewhere where I aspired to go to when I was playing piano. I was like, I want to go to Lipa when I was in school. I was like, I want to go to Lipa. And then when after school, I was like, I want to go to Lipa. Yeah, the end. Yeah, but
lose everything, man.
The end.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Sometimes for some people make it, some people don't. You know, that's it. Simple as that. So yeah, so you went to Lipa, and so then when did you get your first? After you finished Lipa, when did you get your first like call, or how did you get from being, you know, just someone at Lipa to someone who's like now obviously where you are, got your own classes, getting in, dancing behind Robbie Williams and these guys.
You've missed out about a decade there, man.
I know,
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna go. There's no point. Is there any point in me saying to you, okay, so the first year you was dancing when you was 18, and then okay, let's go back. When did you realize you wanted to be a serious dancer?
After you left Nipper, what did you do next?
I went to I moved to London. And I had an agent, but the agent wasn't very good. I think I got one job from the agent, and then I kind of realized that London's like double the amount of money to live than anywhere else. You can't just be living off savings. So I think I had to. I got a job at Urban Outfitters, and then I auditioned for a cruise. I didn't really want to do the cruise at the time. I was like, oh, let me just see, let me just go, let me just do what, let me just buy. I was young, you know. and then I got the cruise, and the cruise was actually my first ever like long contract. So I did a cruise.
Wow, how long was you on there for, man?
7 months. So I rehearsed in LA for like a month.
Wow.
Look at this, went to LA to rehearse.
I know. And then I went everywhere, like everywhere you could think of, like Alaska, Bora Bora, Fiji, Hawaii, San Francisco,
Hawaii,
Hong Kong. Like I went to some places that I probably would never ever go back again.
Yeah.
But that was cool.
Where are them places where you wouldn't go back again?
Peru.
Probably just too far. I hate traveling. I hate getting on a plane. Like I hate planes. So like I probably will never go to Australia again or New Zealand because I can't.
Yeah, that's one place, one journey place, isn't it? You go there once and that's it.
That's it. It's 24 hours. Like I ain't gonna do it again. But I was on a ship though, so like I could come off and go on and come off and go on. And it sounds like it sounds quite glamorous, but it wasn't, because I mean parts of it were, but I had time limits in the cities that I was in. So but yeah, when I realized that I wanted to dance when I was 16, actually, 17, because I was on a theatre course, like an acting course or so.
Yeah.
I didn't dance, but I was always like the mover. I was always like the one that was like bust out the moves.
Yeah.
And then I was like, actually, you know what?
Yeah, that's the family trait coming out.
Yeah, literally.
Literally all of you as well, including Vanessa. Like,
oh, watch out. Hey, it all started with me, you know. It all started with me.
It did.
In a funky chicken.
He paved the way, He paved the way.
It's the breakdance, man. It's the breakdance that's spin on my head and all kinds of things, man. You know about?
You breakdance if you dance now, brother.
Mate, last time I did a windmill, I pulled my muscle in my bloody leg. I could walk for about 3 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm scared of. I'm scared of that day when like I'll do the one little this move and then I'm just like, I can't. I mean, soon, obviously, like I'm getting to the point now, like I'm getting older. Like, I can't do the things that I used to be able to do.
Really?
If I try.
Really?
Yeah. I can't read. I mean, kind of, but like not to that full extent. Like I'm not as
It's a very short peak, isn't it? When you get to
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
height of something, it's the same as being probably like a professional footballer. And this is why you see, like, Wayne, with a lot of professional footballers, one injury will end their career. One injury, because to get to attain that level of fitness, physique, and to be able to be that technically gifted, it takes a lot, and that's why a lot of people reach those standards. So if you lose 10% or 5%, you're actually back in with the majority of people who have reached a high level then, say, for instance, and that's what it is. So I think that's what it is as we get older. That's why there's a lot. I'm guessing it's probably the same in dance. In football, it's really there's a lot of sort of what's it called, like telematics, where they've got a lot of figures on this, and they'll show you the decline between like the ages of maybe 30 to 36, and it will just literally be like it'll plummet, like, and up until that point you was maintaining a certain level of fitness on a kind of steady, and then you just have that massive decline. And I guess it's the same in dance, where because, like I say, once your muscles start seizing up, once you can't reach your foot can't reach up here anymore, or whatever it may be, I guess you slow down. I guess speed has a lot to do with it. It could be anything.
I think if you look at some of these, that's what I'm saying. If you look at some of these yoga guys, these masters of yoga, and even some of the kind of martial arts, it has been shown that if they continue to stretch and train and maintain, they can still do. It is as you get older, you have to change the exercise that you do. So I mean, with the football thing, I can vouch for that, because I was probably good enough to at least play. I played semi-pro, but I had a dodgy ankle, and that's from the old man dropping me when I was a baby and busting my bloody ankle. But I didn't realise until I was in my 20s. But this ankle kept swelling up. So I'd have 3 or 4 good weekends, good games, and then I couldn't play for 2 or 3 weeks. So, but you've got to be optimum. So, and you've got to be 100. It's a machine. You got to be a machine, haven't you, if you're going to perform at a high level for a long period of time. You know what I mean? So when did you because from the cruise, did you go straight to Thriller from the cruise, or?
No, I actually shortened my contract. So my contract was 18 months. So I was supposed to do like 6 months and then come back for 30 days and then do another 6 months, come back for 30 days and then do the last 6 months, and then I get a bonus after that. So obviously the bonus is like an incentive to like stay. But because it was like my first contract away, it was my first cruise I ever did, I was kind of like a bit overwhelmed by it. I didn't realize how much I missed home until I got back.
Homesick.
So when I was leaving, I was like, oh yeah, I'll go back. And then as soon as I landed back in Heathrow, I was like, I'm not going back. So then I'm done.
I bet they missed you, man. I bet they missed you, though.
Probably. I don't care though. And then I auditioned for like a big dance agency who like book a lot of the like, commercial stuff, a lot of like for the artists and stuff. I got into their books, and that even confirmed me even more. I was like, yeah, I need to not go back. And then I think I stayed in London for a year.
Wait up, where's he gone?
He froze.
He's just like, I stayed in London.
He's doing that is it smouldering look? Smouldering, man. Anyway, blue steel, isn't it?
Okay, we just kind of getting interested, right? We're saying like, I'm gonna be staying in London for a year, and he's probably still talking as well. He doesn't know he's froze. He's probably still talking, and then I was over there, and then I went there, and
you got him on WhatsApp. Send him on WhatsApp. He's frozen, isn't he?
I can actually send him a message. Hold on, send him a message.
I can hear, baby.
Yes, she's pickle and a half.
Hello, you are out. Okay, before we get back on, and let me quickly talk about what do we manage, because we don't know if he's going to get back on. Maybe his phone ran out or something. Could be anything.
Wi-Fi.
Actually, Eric, you want to talk about anything? Because you've been kind of quiet as well. Do you got anything to talk about?
Yeah, I dipped out a minute there. My battery, sorry. My topic that I don't think we got into last week about health being the new wealth.
Oh, yeah.
You think of, because I think now, like during this lockdown, and obviously as you guys were just saying about getting into different kinds of fitness, and people are trying to take care of their bodies, and even me with my old lady knees and ankles and all my joints just playing me up completely. But I'm really, really, really focusing on yoga and meditation. And I was just wondering what your guys' thoughts were on whether people are now seeing this as something that's more beneficial, because I mean, obviously, you don't know what's around the corner and what could take you out, but generally, it's like trying to take care of your body and mind, because money can just be taken out, as has been proven, and how many people in business for how many.
Right, I'll call you back.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Call him back, man. Just call him back when you're ready.
No, someone called me on my phone while I was connecting. My internet is like, sorry. Where did I get to? Did you? Where did I get to? What was I saying?
Well, actually, no. Before you think about what you.
You got about your
No. Let's finish what Eric was saying. Then Mario, you said, because I was actually finishing talking about something. But I'll take a break. We'll remind you in a second. Remember where you was.
Okay.
Health is the new wealth, Erica.
I thought you'd frozen then.
Actually, I'm gonna just phrase like.
Eric's giving us a blue steel, man.
Health is the new wealth.
No boy. All right, so basically, I think it will be. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I think it will be a case of people like concentrating more on their health now. I think this is something that's going to change post-corona. I can't see him. Like, I'm actually wondering what's going to happen to food chains like McDonald's and stuff. Because look, we've had to basically be inside for 2 months. Yeah, but think. This keys out.
Listen, right, mate. In the I was disgusted.
I've got corona, bro. I've got a corona.
They opened McDonald's, right, and there was these two clowns in the paper with these two big bags of McDonald's, looking chuffed. Looking at, like they'd won the lottery because they had some McDonald's, and I looked at them, I thought, you're celebrating yamming dog food, really? But mate, they're not going anywhere. They're not going nowhere, McDonald's.
It's like at home though, it might have been bad.
To rush out and get McDonald's, man, I'd rather have beans on toast for the rest of the year than have McDonald's, man. Dog food.
The thing is, you don't think that people will think to themselves, actually, you know what, we just, mean is to go on basically. So we've been cooking for 2 months. We've had no choice but to cook for 2 months. And now we're just like, oh, actually, McDonald's is better.
Mate, some people have been crying themselves to sleep every night because they can't get a greasy kebab or KFC or McDonald's. I remember there was something on Facebook where this woman was taking the mickey out of her daughter because she went, oh, you can't go to McDonald's. This girl's going,
I saw it.
You have to have my cooking.
I'm thinking, how the hell have you brainwashed your child that she wants dog food to eat and she's barring over it?
I know.
You know what I mean? It's like, you have parents saying, oh, I'm really gutted. I can't take the kids to McDonald's. And I'm thinking, but why are you unhappy about it? You're going to spend £15 on food and then you get home and they're hungry again. Why are you unhappy about that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I don't want to say it's not. You can have it every now and again, but too much.
I think there will be a percentage. Look, this virus, right? Just look at percentages. There's going to be a percentage of people whose behaviour will change completely because of this virus. You will not see them out the house without a mask. You will never ever see them in groups of more than 2 people. They won't go big places anymore. That is permanent now in their mind. That is how they're going to live.
Yeah.
There'll be others, like you say, Erica. You say, yeah, man. Health, I go vitamin D, I go yoga, I go do all these things to fight off this virus. And then you've got someone saying, boo, it's all right. Hey, the pubs are open again, Bill.
That's what I was trying to talk about with consumerism last week, though, when I was trying to say, look, it's all well and good opening up all these places again, but it's going to have to be profitable for each of these establishments to make the money back. And some of these people can't operate with 50% going through the door. Some of them can't operate with 70% going through the door. You know how hard it is, Nigel. You deal with love businesses, and I bet you a lot of them are businesses that are out there, not just online. I don't know. I'm sure you've dealt with a lot of them.
Anyone like restaurants, any food places, pubs, whatever, they're dead. Hotels, dead. Hertz
have gone out of business, innit? Hertz?
Pardon?
Hertz, the car company.
Rent car.
But you'll probably find most of the big companies who are going. There's a reason why they're going, and it ain't to do with COVID. It's to do with debt.
Yeah.
The fact that because they need to make X amount per week to pay their interest. As soon as they can't pay that interest, the creditors say, "Ho, we're calling in now." So we've heard you'll probably find they're built on a mountain of debt anyway, and that's the thing. The whole world's built on debt.
Yeah.
So we
sand.
speak about trillion.
Someone warm up the printers, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So. Well, yeah, definitely, Erica, what you said, I think, some people will definitely look more so at their health. But, I think the thing with COVID, it was taking anybody. fit, healthy, black, white, all young. You know, you've got young kids now who are getting Kawasaki disease as a byproduct of them having COVID. So it's like, you know what I mean? So to me, it's like, yeah.
I just think it's uncertain times. Either way, that we're in these uncertain times, and going back to what Erica was saying about, like, say, you know, just how and well-being and everything. There is a lot of people, I think, in general, who was turning towards it now. There's a lot of people who are sort of getting woke into this and gone, I want to live healthy, I want to live longer, because we're taught to be more conscious, whether the leaders are following it or not. We're taught to be more conscious, we're taught to be more reflective, look at the world in a different way, because people are living a lot longer in general. If you take away this natural disaster, this disaster that we're going through, people are living, and this is why we've got a pensions crisis, because the models never predicted people living longer. And I don't know why, but a lot of the models that you see is this real slow incremental rise in people's life expectancy. But if you go back 20, 30 years, there was a massive jump in how long you're meant to live, and it's probably only 5 years, but 5 years is a massive difference between what I saw as a kid, when you was expected to live till 77, 76, and now it's more like 82, 83.
I think what's happened recently as well, it has kind of plateaued. So the scientists were worried. You see, the thing that's very hypocritical about all this, let's look at what the government say to us. Live healthy, live long, stay healthy, don't do this, don't do that, you're going to live longer. And on the other hand, they say, oh, by the way, when you get to 70, you can't retire, you've still got to work. Yeah. Oh, by the way, that pension you're relying on won't actually be there anymore. So what they're saying is live longer to be brooker when you're older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you've got any health problems now, you better sell your house.
And
so now you become more stressed.
Then pay for the care that you've already paid for in tax because you've worked for the last 60 years. It's hypocritical. I'll tell you guys now, I don't want to live forever. I don't want to be 100 in this world. I don't want to be 100. 80, whatever. You don't want to be.
Depends where you are in the world, though. Nigel, depends where you are in the world.
I don't even in the UK.
I don't want to be. I don't want to grow old in this. Well, I don't want to be 100. You know what I mean? If I get to 99, I'll be happy. But I don't want to live. And the thing is, what I remember is the way that people go on, the health authorities, don't do this and don't do that. They're talking about you prolonging your life for an extra year if you don't eat red meat. Wow. It's like when they say to you after the budget, oh, families will be £29 a year better off. £29? That's a week. You know what I mean? The thing is, that's what I'm saying. They give you these little minute numbers and make you increments. Supposed to feel like really celebrate it. But what? Okay, I think.
What you're celebrating, isn't it?
Exactly. I've seen them do budget before, and they've done the thing on the news afterwards, and they said, "Oh, families will be £100 better off this year." And it's like, who gets £100 and thinks, "Yeah, that's going to change my family life?"
Change no one's life.
If you want to change someone's life, it's got to be thousands of pounds better. Change someone's life. You know what I mean? It's got to be a real change, not always £20 a week, £20 a month extra, and you're going to, life's good now. Oh, but by the way, your poll tax has gone up by £100, so we're taking off that.
Yeah. It's got 100, but we're going to take that as tax. Oh, thanks.
The worst thing about right now? The worst thing about right now is that we've been locked away, and fuel hasn't been this cheap for the last 15 years, maybe.
Yeah.
But you can't go out and fill your tank and go for a nice long drive because you'll get in trouble. But it's cheaper now to go out and do something than it's ever been, and we can't do it.
Yeah, it's nice.
And then Dominic Cummings.
I'm not subscribing to that, man.
So.
Look, man, I don't care. We're in government. It's always do as I say, not as I do. Come on, guys. How old are we? We're all 30 plus. Come on, man. We've been here before, ain't we? And we've been here before. So for me, it's like, I think the worst thing about it is it's turned into another witch hunt, Caroline Flack kind of witch hunt.
Yeah.
Look what happened to her. If this guy jumps off a building next week, we'll always, we're so full of remorse, and we shouldn't have driven him to this. Really, it's bullshit, man. It's like it's just.
That dude everyone's talking about on Twitter, this Cummings dude.
Dominic Cummings, yeah.
Jesus Christ, well.
Yeah, but it's like, okay. Look, the thing is, people are going on like, say, these guys are superhuman. We've always had government that say, do as I say, but not as I do. Doesn't matter who's in power. Doesn't matter, even your local authority, your councillors, they all break rules when it suits them. We had a councillor in Birmingham when we had lockdown, even though we were told no funerals. He went to a funeral with 100 people. That wasn't blown up in the media and people chasing him down the road and coming outside his house and this, that, and the other.
Yeah, we're talking.
So you got to look at who it is. It's Dominic Cummings. Oh, it's Boris Johnson's right hand man. Oh, let's go for him because that will hurt the government. That's the whole. They've politicised it. It ain't because it's valid. They're just trying to turn it into a political score point. They're trying to score points. And for me, that ain't right because it's bullcrap because, he's done it. Big deal. There's bigger things going on. What about these care homes? Go sort out some of these care homes. The people are dying.
Sure,
you're hounding the man down and you come out your house. So what? All them journalists who are stood next, none of them were social distancing. Should they all get sacked as well?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Guys,
anyway, I'm sorry. I want to go back onto Myron because we're going on a bit longer.
Sorry, Myron.
We got.
You still here?
Yeah, he's still there.
It's like Myron. What do you do anyway? Moving on.
I want to finish up.
You got to London. You was in London for a year.
Oh, did you not hear that? I went to Urban Outfitters. You went.
Yeah, we heard that. We heard that.
Yeah.
You finished your cruise. You got back. He was like, I ain't leaving. And then